night sky, and various other countries throughout the world. Argentina, Iran, China, even over here in the UK. So, and it's been questioned whether these are, you know, what they are. Are these UFOs? Are these drones? What are they? Because according to a lot of footages, a lot of them, they look like straight up UFOs. So it says this is a article: the mystery drone swarms over British bases that could be a sign of an impending Russian attack. So you see how they're going to try to blame Russia. There's a British intelligence chief has warned Russian spies could soon launch a fresh wave of drones at military HQs across the UK in a bid to cause mayhem, amid alarm over sightings worldwide. So there you go. So it said last month saw a mysterious swarm of drones targeting 3 air bases used by the US Air Force, right? So it says similar drone invasions have taken place in New Jersey, America, with unknown aircraft circling the US Army's Picatinny Arsenal, home of the CCDC Armament Center, which manufactures and supplies Ukraine with artillery ammunition. Right, and it keeps on going on. So it says numerous car-sized drones have been seen hovering throughout the state since mid-November, sometimes appearing in groups and often remaining in the same place for hours at a time. They have since spread to New York, Texas, and Oklahoma, right? Right, so this is the main point of the article. Although those behind the mystery drone sightings have not been formally identified, intelligence analysts from both the US and the UK have pointed the finger at Russian despot Vladimir Putin, right? So they're basically trying to say that Vladimir Putin is behind all these mysterious sightings, probably drones, right? So, and there's various footages. I'm not going to show you the one over here in the UK because it's a bit dark. But let me try and. But the reason why I want to bring this all out, because there's been some speculation saying that it could be a hologram or part of ESO's Project Bluebeam, right? We all know what Project Bluebeam is, right? So I just want to go over this guy, because this guy, he's saying something very serious. In fact, let me just go into this first. Right, so this is the whole report itself. Because like I said, you got to stay locked into the news, because a lot of the time, a lot of people are not paying attention to what's actually going on. And you have no idea that this is actually going on, right? So look here.
Off the ocean, advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
Let me try and, it's not the one I want to get. No. Let's 3-2-1-5-5. So let me try. I think this might be the one.
Airport to shut down, the mounting frustration over the mystery in the sky.
Right.
Good evening. I'm Jessica Moore. The number of drone sightings across the tri-state area has been growing over the last 2 weeks, with more than 3,000 reports in New Jersey alone. And with no indication the sightings are coming to an end, local and state officials are becoming increasingly impatient for answers. As Alicia Reed explains, they also want authorities to destroy any drones that may be considered a threat.
It's smooth sailing at New York Stewart International Airport Saturday night, unlike the nearly hour-long delay the evening prior after a drone in the airspace stopped all flights.
It's always a nuisance.
Drones have been spotted throughout the tri-state since mid-November. The FBI says they've received about 5,000 leads since then.
It's not good.
Only about 100 have led to action by the FBI. In a statement, Governor Kathy Hochul says in part, this has gone too far. She's calling on Congress to pass a bill that will strengthen the FAA's oversight of drones and give select state and local law enforcement agencies the right to detect, track, or even destroy unmanned aircraft systems, or UAS. New Jersey Congressman Chris Smith plans to introduce legislation that would authorize training for state police across the country to track and take down drones.
State police, probably a designated unit could be established, have real experts.
Over 50 local, state, and federal partners have engaged in the investigation, including the FBI, DHS, and FAA. A rep from the Department of Homeland Security says they're confident many of the sightings are manned aircrafts that are being misidentified as drones. The FAA says it is legal to fly a drone during the day or at night, as long as it's below 400 feet and isn't causing a hazard. But restricting airspace is a problem, and that happened here. At Stewart International Airport, Alicia Reed, CBS News, New York.
Stay with CBS News New York as the drone mystery continues to unfold. You can see all of our reporting on the recent sightings over on our website, cbsnewyork.com.
Right, so basically what they're trying to say is obviously that it could be a thing where they could declare a national emergency throughout the United States. Okay, and we know that we're like nearly a month away from Donald J. Trump's inauguration. So you see that this could be one of the things that they could use to call off Donald J. Trump becoming the president. Why? Because to prolong the Joe Biden and Kamala Harris administration. Because remember, these are warmongers. They're trying to push as much war as possible. Because if Donald J. gets up in there, he's going to call the shot. He's going to call off the war over there in Ukraine, right?
Sightings force a local airport.
And I also want to get this, Salakio.
Frustration.
I just want to get this, what this guy was basically saying, because what they're also trying to say is that they're linking it to UFO sightings. They're saying, because that's what it looks like. A lot of them look like UFO sightings. So what we know that this could be a hologram from Esau's Project Bluebeam. But there's been some other information being brought out. But I just want to get what this guy's basically saying, because this is the point of the whole lesson that I want to...
Just talked with a police detective in the Netherlands. He's the founder of Police for Freedom and a foremost freedom fighter in Europe. He explained to me that he's convinced that the next major move of the cabal, the deep state, the Illuminati, the elite, whatever they're called, will be a fake alien invasion.
See?
He says that they
you
have
hear what he said?
The vaccines ready to inject people to protect them from the unknown viruses that the aliens will have.
You hear what he said?
And he says that there are plans for lockdowns, major worldwide lockdowns, because if we're being invaded by aliens, he says the narrative will be nobody knows what dangerous diseases they are carrying, and so everybody will be need to lock down to protect everyone. He says that it's going to be their last straw. If that fails, they have nothing anymore. This is very encouraging. We've agreed to work together to expose this to humanity. We all know about Project Bluebeam, where they can project anything in the sky. They can just fool you with anything. They can make all kinds of effects, and people will think it's real. So I'm putting this quickly out there after this conversation to encourage you guys. Just be aware of this, okay? There's some very heavy messaging going on also here on X, about extraterrestrial life, about Mars, about U.F.Os, about aliens. All of a sudden, Congress has decided to expose, to reveal. All of a sudden, they're supposedly honest about this, we have to tell the people that, yes, aliens are real, for real, so... one of the things that this police detective and I have in common is that we are both utterly blown away. We are shocked to see that so many people who claim to be awake, who claim to be intelligent, that they are already falling for this. I mean, in the Awakened and the Freedom movement, you see already that a very large percentage is on their hind legs, very excited. They can't wait until the aliens are coming. And, this shows how we are not awake, how hundreds of millions of people worldwide who claim to be awake are insanely brainwashed. We have been programmed by the the perpetual flow of Hollywood movies, the predictive programming. We've all been hoodwinked already. Our mind has been prepared for this. We've all seen the films about, the aliens, and we have no idea how we have already been brainwashed to go along with this. So guys, this is going to be interesting. There are video clips all around the internet where they are showing special lights and all kinds of things in the sky. This detective said it's already 20 years ago that discos had these laser beams to shine on the clouds. It's nothing strange. And he says that people sometimes say, oh, look, there's a strange light in the sky there. Yeah, okay, there's an energy plant there, or there's greenhouses over there. They project their lights onto the clouds. People are so gullible. I should almost say, especially in the awakened community. So guys, be aware of this. Be really awake and know that this has been their agenda for decades. It is with a reason that they've been making all these films about aliens. It's for a reason that they've been bombarding you and your children and you as a child with all this messaging about aliens, because they know, their ultimate attempt will be the aliens are attacking us, so all the nations have to come together in a one world government, a one world military. We have to combine our forces to defeat these aliens.
You see?
And, it's going to be their final attempt. So I'm just putting it out there. I hope that you guys don't fall for it.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what he says, right? That's pretty much what he says. The brother Hawashaya, Shalawam, Malakim, Yahweh Bashim, Yashar, Brakathon. You see, he came out of the cat's mouth. What he's trying to say is this is their last attempt to formulate, to pretty much scare all the people, fear mongering, trying to get the people to obey and to follow the new regime, the NWO world order, right? That's Esau using his very miracles to deceive the earth, and that's actually a precept in the scriptures, right? In fact, let me just get this in, and let me get this in, Second Thessalonians. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is by us the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So that's the quote-unquote Esau calls UFO invasion, right? Unidentified flying objects, which is the great fathership, the chariots or the military from on high, right? The Most High's angelic forces. They're going to invade planet Earth and make war with the powers that be on planet Earth. So that will happen, right? But Esau is trying to create his own fake version to try and get all the people to obey his world order, try to scare them into accepting the martial law, to follow suit with the injection, the whole process of the injection, so forth and so on, as the brother just said. So they said, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. So that's the point right there. So who's him? Even him, because when you go into Revelation, it talks about and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. It keeps mentioning he. Even him, who's that referring to? The man of sin himself, which is Esau, Edom, the Edomites, starting with their ruling elite, the rulers of the darkness of this world. It said this man's going to come after the working of Satan, because he's the physical counterpart of this devil, with all power, signs, and lying wonders. So this whole Project Bluebeam is all part of that, those lying wonders and signs. Okay, this signs that shall be from heaven. So this is things that Esau, the Most High, is really showing through Esau, the Edomite, that is part of the signs that we should be expecting. Okay, so this is Luke. This is St. Luke, chapter 21. Salakia, 21, Verse 10, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So we're seeing that. And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilences. And it's the point. And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. So there you go, there you have it. So we had this whole incident, which has really started in November, about what is believed to be drones, but some people, a lot of people, everybody pretty much around the world is questioning what these sightings are, right? And some people saying it's a hologram from U.F.Os Project Bluebeam. Okay, so this is so this is.
When things like this are happening, it seems everyone starts to.
So this is in New Jersey again.
My crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea what it is, if it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing in the skies. But I guarantee there are so many people looking up and making those recordings because this mystery is one that needs to be solved. For now, we're live here in Mendham Borough. Tony Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Lee's saying he's wondering whether or not that might be the moon, Tony, but you pointed out it's exactly.
So you see, again, like I said, all these mysterious sightings of there's thousands of them, right? Thousands, like I talk about 5,000 sightings around the world of these mysterious sites. So I just want to get some more information because it's quite interesting how Esau's pretty much building up his case. You know, it's all part of that you know, they're by and by just programming the people to finally accept that alien invasion, okay? Because they're trying to make it like they don't know where it is. They know exactly where it is. So look, let me get this.
Disappeared out of thin air.
Turn this.
One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean. 50? 50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer.
A sworn officer, yes.
This is just recently. This is the other day.
We contacted the FBI. We contacted the Coast Guard. At which point the Coast Guard went out with their
50
boat,
drones that just came off the ocean.
Following their boat. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
The Ocean County Sheriff, that drone unit, they have an industrial grade drone. They put it up. They were tracking one of these drones, Elizabeth, and they said this thing easily evaded them, disappeared out of thin air. So, to me, if this is not our military, then it's even more scary, and we need the answers, frankly. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off.
So no one knows. So look here. There's questions saying what are these things? What are these phenomena, right? But then nowadays you got the CEO of the manufacturing of what do you call them things? Them drones. Basically, the CEO of the drone manufacturing in America, basically supplying America with drones. He's basically come out and saying that these are actually drones owned by the United States, and they're trying to search out a nuclear Ukrainian warhead over in the East Coast, apparently. But there's a lot of people saying this, a lot of people saying that. But I just wanted to bring this up. All right, let me get back to Luke chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. It's the point now, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Right, so this is actually a phenomenon that's been happening worldwide. So this ain't just over in the States and over here in the UK. Let me try and pull this. It's in 1st, 2nd Thessalonians. Chapter 2. So let me try and pull this precept up. Right, here we go. Right, so this is 2nd Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8 in the GNT version. Then the wicked one will be revealed, but when the Lord Yahushua comes, he will kill him with the breath of his mouth and destroy him with with his dazzling presence. The wicked one will come with the power of Satan and perform all kinds of false miracles and wonders and use every kind of wicked deceit on those who will perish. So there you go. So that's part of the Project Bluebeam that Esau's going to use to deceive them into accepting that new world order, that centralized governmental system. So it says, so there you go. So this is part of the miracles. Let me get that right now in Revelations chapter 13. It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 12. And he, talking about Esau, Edom, exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So we know that deadly wound that was healed was talking about Rome, right? With the Roman Empire. So Esau is going to cause everyone on earth to worship the first beast. That's what everyone's doing right now when we go to school and we learn Roman numerals. When we go to school, university, it's always a system based upon the ancient Roman pagan system. So this is verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So this is Esau, Edom again. He says he doeth great wonders. Going back to again, as I was reading 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, he deceiveth them by great signs and many wonders. So again, that's part of the Project Bluebeam, tongue twister, right? So it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So that's going into drones, nuclear weaponries, WMDs, right? So, and we read on, verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast. That's what Esau's starting with Ronald Reagan, because I believe Ronald Reagan, he was the president of America at the time, that basically said that shouldn't we all come together if there was an alien invasion, right? So this is Project Bluebeam. What did he say? He said, how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. So that's what he said, Ronald Reagan speaking at 1987, the UN meeting, right? 1987. So that's what Ronald Reagan said, right? So this is it. In 1994, shortly before his murder, investigative journalist Serge Monast stated, so that's a name to look up, Serge or Sergei Monast, right? Sergei or Serge, S-E-R-G-E, and then Monast, stated that the UN or the United Nations, NASA, and other governmental agencies were planning to fool humanity into a staged tribulation. You hear that? Using a fake alien invasion. So this is again part of their deception. This goes hand, see, so everything makes sense. All in order to bring about a new world order and one world government. This would begin around the same time a cashless society was emerging. So there you go, there you have it, right? So this is part of their deception. As we're seeing it right now, all these footages of what looks like orbs in the sky, or these strange mysterious lights in the sky, this is all plotting an idea in the minds of the people of aliens, alien invasion, alien, abductions or sightings, so forth and so on. But at the same time, we that's in the truth, as the scripture says, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them, talking about what the 2/3 of our people and these other nations. We do see chariots at camps. We do see angelic or chariots in the sky or hovering over the camp. We do see that. Even when we're not at camp, you might see them at our house. We see the lights from on high, the angels from on high, right? So we know these things are real. But what we're seeing now in these footages, right, these sightings, these footages that we're seeing pretty much all over X, so forth and so on, these are either holographic images that Esau is displaying in the sky, or these are drones, man, or these are man-made images to deceive people into accepting the whole Project Bluebeam deception. So let me read on. We get this back in Revelation 13, verse 14. It's the point, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, which is the system that we're in, this Romanized system, saying to them that dwell on the earth, going into that Ronald Reagan meeting, right? Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which is what the New World Order system, the one world governmental system, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So this is Esau making his last stand to round up anybody that doesn't want to participate in the whole obedience, the whole obeying of the New World Order agenda, rounding them up and put them in concentration camps and cutting their heads off. Because I believe, I took actually a screenshot of it, there's 30,000 guillotines that was stashed away in concentration camps during the Obama administration and the Bush administrations, man. 30,000 guillotines, all right? So anybody that doesn't worship the image of that beast, which is what that New World Order system, should be killed, right? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So again, that goes into what that cashless society, that cashless system, as this little article says right here. This would begin around the same time a cashless society was emerging. So we know Esau is going to deceive people with these great wonders from heaven, the Project Blue Beam. Look into that. Definitely worth a check, because, you know, at the same time, brothers, you know, you go in the scriptures and, you know, we like to get all spiritual, but at the same time, we do have to pay attention. We can't be ignorant of Satan's devices. We can't be ignorant of Esau's, you know, his inventions that he's going to use to trick people, or trick the inhabitants into complying with the whole agenda that he has, right? So there you go, there you have it. So let me just get this. So we have to be vigilant, right, and pay attention. Okay. So anyway, with that, that's all I want to bring out. Hope you're edified. Shalom.